What if I told you that home prices in Kelowna are down 11% from the peak, but the average single family home price is up over $80,000 compared to 18 months ago? Or that there's more inventory on the market than we've seen in basically a decade? You'd probably ask, is the market going up or down? It's a fair question and one that I'm hearing a lot lately. The market feels confusing, and honestly, it is. In this video, I'll break down what's actually happening in Kelowna, what it means if you're buying or selling, and where the real opportunities might be right now. Starting with the number of residential sales, 2025 is continuing to outpace 2024. 2024 was a slower year, and we are slightly down still from 2023. You can see that every year there's a bit of a dip in sales from May to June, but it's good to see that the market is more active than it was this time last year. Residential inventory, though, is up 6.1% year over year. You can see that each year there's a seasonal dip in inventory over the winter months, then it steadily increases over the spring. But this year we do have more inventory than we had at this time last year, and it continues to grow. Diving into the inventory a little bit more, residential inventory for single-family homes is down slightly from what it was this time last year, but you can see the inventory in June is significantly up from where it was in 2021 or 2022 and is up higher than it's been any month of June over the last decade. The same can be said in the townhome market. We are down slightly from how many listings we had this time last year, but it's still higher in June than it was any other June over the last decade. The condo market seems to be growing exponentially, and we have nearly 1,000 condo listings on the MLS currently at the end of June. This is presenting a great opportunity for first-time buyers or investors looking to get into the market. You can basically handpick the building or the location that you want to be and have a wide variety of prices to choose from. Starting with the composite benchmark price, I like to look at this benchmark price because it combines all of the product types in the market and gives us a general sense of how the market is operating overall. This price is still down 11% from the market peak in the spring of 2022, but you can see that it's up over the last 18 months and continues to grow. This shows me that the market is growing and prices are appreciating in general. Before we get into the details about the rest of the market though, I just wanted to let you know that this video is part of an exclusive collaboration with top real estate YouTubers from across Canada. We're each breaking down what's really happening in our local markets, the stuff you won't hear on the evening news or read in some generic market report. So if you want the real inside scoop on what's going down in markets beyond your own backyard, make sure you check out all the videos linked down below. These aren't just random YouTubers, these are people who are actually experts in their markets and know their markets inside and out. Starting with the benchmark price of a single-family detached home, it was up 3.6% month over month in June and came in at $1,067,000. That price is also up 5.8% year over year. Looking at the benchmark price graph, the benchmark price is still down 9% from the market peak in the spring of 2022, but you can see that that margin is getting smaller and smaller. It was just a few months ago that that gap was actually 16%. And since October 2024, that price is up $80,000. Going out over the last decade, the benchmark price of a single-family detached home has doubled since 2015. The townhome market, on the other hand, was down 4.3% month over month and came in at $713,000. That price is relatively unchanged over the last year, though, only coming in at 0.5% down over this time last year. It is down 15% from the market peak in the spring of 2022 and is also down to the lowest point it's been in the last 18 months. Still, over the last decade, if you've had a townhome you've held onto for a while, you have seen some price appreciation. The condo market is a bit surprising because we have so much inventory, but prices continue to go up. That benchmark price was up 1% month over month, and it's up 5.6% year over year. It is down 7% from the market peak price, but you can see since December it's grown substantially from where it was at the end of last year. And out over the last decade, that price has more than doubled. Taking a look at the price ratio, this is the ratio that a buyer can expect to pay on average versus the selling price. In the single-family detached home market, it is relatively unchanged from the month before at 97.5%. That margin has gotten smaller in townhomes where buyers can expect to pay about 98% of the list price, and in the condo market it's 97%. So on average, a buyer can expect to probably negotiate 2 to 3% off the listing price. Taking a look at the months of inventory, the single-family detached home market has 7.6 months of inventory, which is a buyer's market, and it's up slightly from the month before. In the townhome market, we have 6.9 months of available inventory, which is a buyer's market, and we've moved from what was a balanced market in the previous month. And in townhomes, the months of inventory has once again grown to over 10 months of available inventory. Side note, if you are a seller in that condo market, this means that 1 out of every 10 condo listings is selling in a given 30-day period. So just to recap, we're in a buyer's market across the board. We have 7.6 months in the single family market, 6.9 months in the townhome market, and 10 months of available inventory in the condo market. This should put some downward pressure on prices, but we've seen over the last 2 years that this isn't the case. It seems like the products that are selling on the market are appreciating slowly in price. The stuff that's overpriced or not selling just seems to be sitting. So, is the market about to flip? I really don't think so. We've been in a buyer's market for the better part of 2 years now, and prices aren't falling or crashing. In fact, in most segments, they've gone up over the last 12 to 18 months. Yes, there's a lot of inventory, but not a lot of quality inventory. A big chunk of what's sitting is either overpriced, in rougher shape, or in a less desirable neighborhood, or some combination of all three. The well-priced, good-conditioned homes? Those are still selling quickly, and they've been the ones driving the benchmark price up, especially in the single-family home market. And that's why I don't see the market flipping anytime soon. What we're likely to see is more of the same. Steady prices, more options for buyers, and homes taking a little bit longer to sell. If anything, prices might continue to inch upward. But for now, things feel relatively stable. We'll keep an eye on what's happening over the next 6 months, but right now, this market feels more like it's in a holding pattern and not a major shift. But I'd like to know what you think in the comments down below. Is the market fairly stable, or do you still see a crash happening sometime in the future? Or what else are you seeing out there on the ground? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.